I killed the old version of myself at 3:47 a.m. on a Tuesday night, sitting on my bathroom floor with the lights off, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, because what happened after that changed everything about how people look at me, talk to me, and honestly fear me in the most respectful way possible. See, I used to be the guy who apologized when someone stepped on my foot, laughed at insults disguised as jokes, and spent hours replaying conversations wondering if people actually liked me. But that night, something inside me snapped, not in a breakdown kind of way, in an awakening kind of way. And I discovered what I now call the shadow frequency, this invisible wavelength that certain people operate on that makes them absolutely magnetic and terrifying at the same time. And the first thing I learned about dark confidence is that it has nothing to do with what you say or how you look. It lives in the spaces between your words, in the 3 seconds of silence after someone tries to test you, in the way your eyes don't dart around seeking approval. Let me paint you a picture that'll make this click. Imagine two people getting insulted at a party. The first person immediately defends themselves, explains why the insult isn't true, maybe laughs nervously to diffuse the tension. The second person does something strange. They just look at the person who insulted them, really look at them, not angry, not hurt, just observing like a scientist studying a bug. Then they take a slow sip of their drink, maybe even smile slightly, and simply walk away without a single word. Who do you think everyone in that room is going to be thinking about for the rest of the night? Who do you think the insulter is going to be terrified of? Who do you think just won that entire exchange without throwing a single punch or clever comeback? This is the shadow frequency in action. It's the art of making people question themselves instead of you questioning yourself. And here's the disturbing part that took me years to understand. Most people are running constant mental calculations trying to figure out where they stand with others. Am I liked? Am I respected? Am I fitting in? But the moment you stop running those calculations and start making other people run them about you, the entire power dynamic flips like a switch. Now I need to tell you about the 3 masks of dark confidence, because this is where it gets really psychological. The first mask is called the pleasant phantom. This is when you're so genuinely kind and warm to people that they can never figure out if you're being real or playing a game. You compliment people in specific detailed ways that make them feel seen. You remember small things about them. You make them feel like they matter. But here's the twist. You never need anything back. You never ask for favors. You never lean on them emotionally. This creates a terrifying effect because people can't figure out your angle. Humans are programmed to expect reciprocity. When someone's nice, they usually want something. But when you give without taking, you become an anomaly, a puzzle they can't solve, and puzzles become obsessions. The second mask is called the comfortable ghost. This means you practice being absolutely okay with not being in every conversation, not being the center of attention, not filling every silence. You become comfortable being on the edges, watching, observing, appearing, and disappearing from social situations like smoke. Most people are desperately performing, trying to prove they're interesting, they're funny, they're worth attention, but you're doing the opposite. You're withdrawing your energy strategically, and when you finally do speak, when you finally do engage, it lands like thunder because it's rare. Scarcity creates value in social dynamics, just like it does in economics. The third mask is called the gentle predator, and this one is the most powerful but also the most dangerous to use incorrectly. This means you develop the ability to see through people's performances, to notice when they're insecure beneath their arrogance, lonely beneath their popularity, afraid beneath their aggression. But instead of exploiting this like a cruel person would, you simply let them know with a look, with a subtle comment, that you see them, the real them, not the mask they're showing the world. This creates an almost supernatural effect because suddenly they feel exposed around you. They feel like you have some kind of power over them, not because you're threatening them, but because you see through the illusion they've spent years building. These are superpowers being wasted. Dark confidence is about taking those same qualities and wrapping them in strategic mystery. It's about being good but not safe, being kind but not predictable, being generous but not desperate. Now, if this is making sense to you in a way that nothing else has before, then I need you to understand you're not alone in feeling like you've been playing life on the wrong difficulty setting. And the people who feel like they're finally getting answers are the same people who actually do something different tomorrow, not next week, not someday, tomorrow. Because here's the real psychology of change that nobody talks about. Every single day you wake up, there's a tiny window of about 30 minutes where your mind is moldable, where new patterns can actually stick, and most people waste it scrolling through their phones, recreating the same neural pathways that keep them stuck. So here's your mission if you're serious about developing this dark confidence. Tomorrow morning in that 30-minute window, I want you to stand in front of a mirror and practice what I call the sovereign stare. You look yourself in the eyes without blinking for as long as possible, and you repeat this phrase: I don't need their approval, I am the source of my own power. Sounds ridiculous, right? Sounds too simple. But I promise you, after 7 days of doing this, something shifts in your eyes that other people will notice before you do. They'll start asking if you changed something, if something happened to you, and you'll just smile because you'll know exactly what happened. You stopped being a character in everyone else's story and started writing your own. The old you is waiting to be killed. The question is, are you brave enough to pull the trigger at 3:47 a.m. on your own bathroom floor? Metaphorically speaking, because the person you're meant to become is on the other side of that death, and they're tired of waiting for you to show up.